Hey everybody, let me ask you something. What if every single headshot you land doesn't just kill one enemy, but two, and also removes your reload entirely? Because that's exactly what this archer build does. Now, today I'm breaking down one of the most consistent and honestly one of the most addictive archer builds in Legends. It's the Lightning Tanegashima plus the Skip and Stone bow combo. Now, let's start with the core of the build, the two legendaries. First, the Lightning Tanegashima. Its legendary perk is simple. You land a headshot or you get a kill with it and it instantly reloads. No animation, no delay, just straight back into fire. Now, by itself, that's already strong, but it becomes broken when you pair it with the second legendary, the Skipping Stone Bow. This bow causes headshots to ricochet to nearby enemies. So now every accurate shot has the potential to hit two targets instead of one. So here's the gameplay loop. You open with the skip and stone bow. You line up headshots into groups, and those arrows start chaining damage across multiple enemies. You're softening entire waves instantly. Then you swap to the Lightning Tanegashima. And this is where things spiral because you get a headshot and an instant reload, a headshot and an instant reload, a headshot and an instant reload. There is no downtime. If your aim is even halfway decent, you can just keep firing without ever stopping. Let's talk about the rest of the build because this is what pushes it from good to amazing. Starting with your melee weapons. We're stacking melee damage and ultimate gain on all the weapons. Now, you might be thinking, why melee damage on an archer build? Well, it's simple. When enemies get too close or when things get chaotic, you don't want to feel weak. This keeps you dangerous at all ranges. But more importantly, the ultimate gain helps you build your ultimate fast. Now, on both legendaries, we're stacking range damage and headshot damage across the board. This is non negotiable. This entire build revolves around precision. The more damage your headshots do, the faster enemies drop, and the faster your Tanegashima loop keeps going. Next up, the charm. We are running damage reduction and ultimate gain. This is all about balance. You're not a tank, but you also don't want to get killed the moment something looks at you. So damage reduction gives you breathing room, and again, ultimate gain feeds into the same loop we're building. More damage, more kills, more ultimate, more control. Now let's talk about your ghost weapon. Technically, you should probably be running Caltrops. That is the one that is more optimized for Hunter. But I just like the utility of Smoke Bomb better. I like to be able to revive people and I like to be able to hide from enemies when they get close. So I just like Smoke Bomb better. So that's what I'm running. Now, on this one, we are running cooldown reduction and ultimate damage. Now, this is huge because the Ghost Weapon cooldown reduction means that you always have an escape option or a reset button when things get out of control. And then ultimate damage, that just makes your ultimate hit way harder when it matters most. All right, now let's get into the techniques because this is where everything ties together. First, for the class ability, I like Empower and Hunt because I feel like this is the engine of the build. It boosts your damage, it gives you insane tracking potential. You pop this and you suddenly land headshots a lot easier and a lot harder, and this means more ricochets and more instant reloads. For the first perk, we're taking class ability cooldown reduction because the more often you have Empower Hunt active, the more consistent your entire build becomes. This isn't really optional, it's what keeps everything flowing. For perk 2, I'm running resupply because this helps you sustain your ammo over longer fights, especially in higher difficulty content where waves just keep coming. This keeps you in the fight without constantly worrying about running dry. Now, point blank is also a solid option here, especially if you like playing more aggressively, but for consistency, I think that resupply wins. And finally, on the third perk, we have All Seeing Eye. because this is what takes the build to another level. You are able to hit two more enemies with headshots whenever you use your ultimate, which I think is basically a must have. So when you put everything together, what the build actually does is you activate Empower Hunt, you land headshots, they ricochet to other enemies, you swap to the Tanegashima, and now you're in an infinite reload loop. And before the wave even has time to react, it's basically already dead. This build rewards precision, it rewards positioning, and most importantly, it rewards momentum because once you get going, it's very hard for enemies to recover. So, if you like builds that feel smooth, if you like constant action, and if you like seeing entire groups disappear off after a couple of clean shots, this is definitely one you want to try. That is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful in any way, and if you enjoy my content and want to support the channel, there are a few simple ways you can help. First, share this video with a friend or someone who you think would enjoy it. It really makes a difference. Second, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. And third, if you would like to go the extra mile, you can support me by heading over to buymeacoffee.com all bash gaming. In there, you can buy me a coffee and you can even get some of my Ghost of Yotei inspired artwork for free. I appreciate you all, and I will catch you on the next one.